can observe in the previous means one you can observe in the block diagram also there is a interface controller. Okay, there's a you can call it as a IC. The interface controls are controlled by this microcontroller and have a small operating system and controlling the hardware of the ICs. Okay, and also one more important thing in this interface control, the main function of this interface control to controlling the task, scheduling task also. Please hold a minute. The presentation is visible, dear students. The presentation is visible. Hello. Yes, sir. No.
No, sir.
Okay. Now it is visible, dear students. Now it is visible. Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, the next level of control. Now we are going to today we'll start the topic. We are going to the software architecture for level 2 controls. Okay, this is the next level of the switching system architecture. Okay, that's why it is called named as a level 2 controls. Okay, in this level 2 control with the means what are the things are contained in this level 2 controls. The first one is the network controls. Okay, that may contain some relational data or distributed database, customer database, and service routines. Okay, you can see observe in the diagram also. All the NCPs are connected to the level 2 controllers. Okay, that's called a network control processors. Okay, this is the next level of this switching system architecture is named as a level 2 control. This level is associated with the network controllers that may be contain the data. Okay, it may be a distributed data, it may be a relational data, okay, or customer database, and also the service routine. In this level, the central processors are usually associated with this network control processor. We can see observe in the block diagram also. The CP, there's a central processor, are usually associated with this network control processor, and also NCP is independent of the CP. Okay, NCP is independent of the PC, and the NCPs as their own operating system. As I mentioned earlier, there's a kernel that controlling the hardware and software functionality of the NCP. Okay, there's a network control processor, and also at this level of the control, the database system is maintained to translation of the data between the subscriber and the parameter required to controlling the NCP. Clear about this one? It means that they should in this level what happen? Initially I told you it has contain some of the data, distributed data, or it may be a relational data, or it may be a customer database and service routines data. Okay, that's why this level of control, the database system will be maintained. Okay, here we maintaining the database of the subscriber data. Okay, and also it will be controlling the some of the parameter. Okay, that's why in this level it is very in this level is also called as a system recovery level also. Okay, it is a very important in order to avoid the failures of the NCP. Okay, and then because the impact of this suppose any failure will be appear in the NCP, what happen, it will be impact on the interface such as the line modules, trunk modules, and the other peripherals. Okay, that's why what will you do means here in this NCP we are using some of the system recovery mechanism systems are adapted in this level of network, because we should avoid the some of the failures. Okay, some auxiliary NCPs are installed in this level of control. If any one NCP will be go to stop the working, means another NCP will be take care of that the working process. Okay, that's why because if any failures will be appear in this stage, what happen, this will be big impact for the next the previous level controllers. Okay, there is a interface like such as line, trunk, and then peripherals. And also the NCP should have the ability to diagnostic and the switching to work backup. And also the design of NCP is depends upon the requirement raised by the DSS. Okay, before installing the new telecommunication networking system means we should analyze the things. Okay, how much capacity will be there. Based on that, we should design the NCPs in the central office or in the local exchange. That's why the design of the NCP will be purely depend upon the requirement raised by the DSS. Okay, and then recovery mechanism in case of failures of NCP is dependent on the requirement. Okay, either a central process NCP may responsible for recovery for all the NCP, or central process is also possible. In the central process also we are given the recovery technology, means recovery systems. Okay, they also they're recovering the all the things, because there's a there's a central process is the main part of your central DSS. Okay, that's why we have a duplicated central processor available in the central in the third control network. Similarly, in the second control network also some of the duplicated NCP are there to reduce the to overcome this failure. During that failure time, they can use this duplicated NCPs to continue to give the continuity continuity connections of the other interfaces. And then the basic function of the NCP. Okay, what is the function of this NCP means? Suppose if you take an example, there is a two callers. Okay, the 2% they're making the call means the NCP will start working. Okay, when the first what that it means when a subscriber is will go off hook. Okay, then interface receives an off hook notification from the line modules or trunk modules, and then immediately the interface requests the detail of the subscriber, because all the data will be there in the NCP only. Okay, such as allowed to future and application restriction to the call process. Okay, anything any this one, what is it, futures they are taken for that particular line, they will check it initially. Okay, then the NCP is maintain the subscriber database, and NCP queries is its database from this informations and passes it to back to a interface controllers. Okay, they will check the what is a DCP, what is the database for information for the particular line. After that, it will be sent back to the interface controllers, and that is database is supposed to be managed and kept up to date within the last information of each subscriber. Okay, every call ending, what happened, the things. Okay, a record will be there in the means database, means how when it is connected, when it's stopped, how hook. Okay, how much duration, the summary of that each call, they will be stored in the in this NCP also. Okay, that is the main this working principle of the NCP. And next to architecture level, there's a level 3 control. Okay, there's a software architecture for level 3 controls. Okay, it is the top of the switching systems. Architecture is level 3. Okay, top means this is the highest priority. This is the highest switching controlling system in the DSS. Actually, it is usually associated with the central processor of a DSS. Okay, this level of control will be directly associated with your central processor of a DSS. And these central processors are mainframe mainframe types computers provide all the high level functions, and these functions are including the database management such as office data, high level subscriber data, software patches level, future control maintenance data, system recovery in case of hardware and software failures. Means everything will be there. Okay, in the level of three controls. Okay, in the level 3 control means it is the art of that. This is the main part of your DSS. Okay, that's why we are giving it is a top level of the switching system architecture. Okay, that is level 3. Okay, actually this in the level 3 what happen associated with the central processor. Okay, and central processor mainframe types computers. Okay, it provides all higher level functions. Okay, and then what are the functions are including in this particular central processor means it may be a database management, and like office data, and then high level subscriber data and patches. Okay, the patches means there is any updations will be there means through this only we can updating the programming in all the classification. It may be a upgrading the switching programming, or updating the control programming, or updating the maintenance program. Okay, that's why through this only we can we can do that one. Okay, again the future controls. Okay, you can adding deleting the future controlling, we can do this level only. And one of the important things is the maintenance data and also system recovery. Okay, and suppose in case of any hardware or software will be failure, means we can recover the information, the previous information. That's why we have a separate maintenance data and recovery systems will be there. Okay, that also will be controlled by this level of 3, controlled by the level 3. Okay, then in the modern DSS also it contains the operating system. Okay, initially I told you people in all the level 3, in all the 3 control level controls, we have a operating system based on the capacity, based on the configuration. We are installing the operating system. In the first case, what happened, there was small kernel operating system are used because of the, it contains some of the line and trunk modules and also some of the future peripherals or interface. Based on that, we can choose the proper operating system. Okay, in coming to the level 3, what happened, it is the main level, top level of system architectures. Okay, everything means all the level 3, all the 2 means all the level 3 will be controlled by this central office COS. There is a CPU only. Okay, and this operating system is the real-time operating system. Okay, the DSS, modern DSS contains the operating system at the level 3. This operating system is real-time operating system and from multitasking. Multitasking means support more than 1 or 2 functions. Okay, we can tell one more example. It means it can support more than 1 call at a time. Okay, there's a multitasking. Okay, at the same time, there's some other persons also, they will make the call immediately. Means they are also this central process also will be given the proper they establishing the proper path for between the 2 users. That's multitasking. It perform the multitasking. And then operating system is responsible for the data management, switching software, recovery software, future controls, and traffic controls, and interface with the other components of the DSS. Okay, and then the most of the central process work is active or standby mode. Okay, initially I told you people there is a duplicated systems will be there because there's a standby mode. Okay, if suppose any the main process will be causes any failure, means immediately the standby mode, otherwise it may be a duplicated process will be take the action. Okay. From that they will give the continuity connections for all the customer. Okay, okay, that's why the most of the central processor work as the active or standby mode, because if it is one goes to standby mode and other enter into the active mode. Okay, that's why we because of this we can reduce the outages on the connections. Okay, the outages will be reduced, means the improve the reliability of the DSS. Okay, in the active or standby mode, can CP is always available to go into active mode if the active CP develops faults. Okay, any faults will be appeared in the active, then immediately it go for the another standby mode is there now, that will go for the active mode. That's why in the main, because of we should not we should give the connectivity, we can minimize the outage of this outages. Okay, that's why we should give the some sufficient connection or enhancing connections, or we can improving the reliability of the DSS. We are going to do like this. Okay, it's work as a active or standby. Active, the active process will be goes to any failure will be appear, the active mode will be shut down immediately. The standby mode will take the function of the ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಮೋಡ್ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಬೈ ಮೋಡ್ ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಏನೋ ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಮೋಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫೇಲ್ಯೂರ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ಲಿ the standby mode ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. because of this kind of connections, the way we can improve the reliability of the DSS. Okay, suppose the CP will be without suppose if consider there is no standby mode. Okay, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, the entire system shut down. The entire system, level 2 is not working, level 1 will be not working. Okay, the entire will be shut down. That's why to avoid those things, that's why avoid those such a conditions, we are we have that central process will be work as a active or a standby mode. Okay, clear about this one? And also we have a different mode like matched mode, hard standby and cold standby mode. However, that should be synchronized in order to carry the functionality in the case of failures. Then standby process becomes active. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಏನಾದ್ರು ಫೇಲ್ಯೂರ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ದ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಬೈ ಮೋಡ್ ಇದ್ದದ್ದು ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಮೋಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, clear about this one? Any doubt regarding this? Any doubt? Any
No,
doubt?
sir.
Okay. Next one is we'll go to the digital switching system software classification. Okay, classification of the softwares. Okay, see, based on the functionality of this DSS, it can be divided into 5 classification. There's a base of 5 classifications based on the function. Okay, based on the software functionality of a digital switching system can be divided into 5 basic elements, and other function can be derived from the basic element also. Okay, these are some of the 5 basic classification is there in the system or in the softwares. The first one is the software switching software. Second one is the maintenance software. Third one is the office data, and fourth one is the translation data, and fifth one is the future softwares. Okay, based on the functionality. Based on the functionality, also we can classify it. Okay, based on the derived from these functions. Based on the function, we can derive these kind of 5 classification. Okay, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಿಚಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ನಾವು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಫಂಕ್ಷನಾಲಿಟೀಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅದ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವ್ದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್. ಓಕೆ, ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸ್ವಿಚಿಂಗ್ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್, and second one is the maintenance software, and third one is the office data, and fourth one is the translation data, and fifth one is the future software, because each software will be working with a different operations. Okay, switching means to make the connection between the two people, the switching software, by using the switching software we can make the connections. Okay, maintenance means the overall maintenance of this this DSS can be done by the some of the maintenance softwares, and office data, how to get the collecting the data, managing the data. So we are using some software and translation data for maintaining the this one, what is that, subscriber data. Okay, how to collect the subscriber data, we are using some of the softwares. And then future softwares. Okay, we can add some other future to your particular line. Means we need some other we need some different future programs. Okay, then through that program only we can activate the futures, like forwarding future, otherwise call blocking futures. Okay, it's a conference call futures. Okay, these are the future. How you can't it is not these are the extra future based on the customer demand, we can activate it. Okay, for that activating that particular features, we need some softwares. Okay, through the software it will be activated. Okay, clear? Any doubt regarding this? Say sir or no?
No, sir.
Okay, next is the software. First we go for the first one is the switching softwares. Okay, in the the switching software is very most important layer of this digital switching system. Okay, switching system is a very most important software. Okay, what is the function of this switching software? Means call processing software. Okay, call processing, how the call will be processing between two customer. Okay, initially what kind of software are used. Testing also we can use different software that dialing a digit we need some softwares. Okay, for alerting the signals also we can use some softwares. Okay, for detecting the on and off hook also you can use the softwares. Okay, okay, here we can make the switching, we can connect the between the two customers, two users. Okay, through the switching softwares. Okay, that's why the main function of this switching software means the call processing softwares, and also call processing. Okay, how it is started, the processing of the call. In the second model, I think we are discussing about the call modules. Okay, how the call will be connected between the central office, between the in the central office, or outgoing call or incoming call. Okay, that way in that place we are using this call processing software also. And then next one is the switching fabric control softwares. Okay, switching fabric means once we'll get the request from this NCP, then it will go for the switch to the switching software, switching control softwares. Okay, it will be connected between the two users. And then some of the network control softwares are used in the DSS, and then some of the peripheral device control software. Peripheral means extra. See, some of the additional devices are connected. Auxiliary devices will be connected to the particular DSS. Okay, that also means so we can't connect directly through some application. We can connect the devices. Okay. These are the means why these are the call processing software, switching fabric control software, network control software, and peripheral device control software. Okay, these are the switching softwares. Okay, these can use for the make the connection. Means these software can use for the connecting the calls between the two users. Okay, initially the processing the initially what will you do means the call will be processed. Okay, how it is initial to final. There is some starting the call will be processed. That's why I are also using some of the softwares. And then after verification will be done, after testing will be done. Okay, then you go for the connection, switching between the two user. Here they are using some of the switching fabric control softwares. Again, networking, signaling the software, signaling networking means network control softwares. And then suppose that person, the user, they can activate some of the future means can add some feature the particular net phone means through the some of the peripheral device control softwares. Okay, see these all three will be can conclude as it is a switching softwares. Okay, then second software is the maintenance software. Maintenance software is very important role in the maintenance of the software. It is to control the DSS softwares and then related to the hardware. Okay, the maintenance software is to controlling the overall DSS software, and also will be related to the hardware. Okay, like such as line test, remote diagnostic, system recovery, and trunk test. Okay, then recovery softwares of a modern DSS is distributed among the subsystem, among all the subsystems. Okay, which is control the switching system, and this method allows the system to recover from fault more effectively. Okay, recovery softwares also will be there for all the subsystem. It is a distributed to all among the subsystems. Okay, which is controlling the switching method, and also this method is allows the system to recovery from any fault. That's why it gives them more efficient. And also in the digital switching system may employ a large number of programs that are external to the system, such as remote programming, diagnostic, operational support system, and then operator position support, and then advanced features. Okay, these are some of the large number of programs are used in the external also in the modern DSS. See, we can see observe here. There's a the classification of this block diagram. Okay, see the detailed switching system classifications. Okay, see initially there's a office data, translation data software, office data, office data, and then switching future softwares and switching maintenance softwares. Okay, see in the inside the control and call processing software. Okay, that's a basic or base or generic, and direct interactions, and then software dependency. You can see that's a C control processor. Okay, it will be directly interacted with all the subsystems like office data, translation data, and switching future softwares, and also switching maintenance data. And in between these two, in between maintenance to office data, there is a software independency, because these switching software will be also will be controlled by the office data, because during the maintenance you can check that conditions of the particular subsystems. Okay, there's a software dependency. See, you can see in the one life cycles. Okay, each subsystem will be dependent on the softwares only. Okay, based on that only we can do the classifications of the softwares. Okay, one is the switching software, maintenance software, office data, translation data, and then some of the future future softwares also. Okay, then coming to the maintenance softwares, already I told people in the it is very important role of the maintenance software in the control of DSS softwares and the related to the hardware, such as line test, diagnostic, remote diagnostic, and also recovery system, and also trunk test. And next is the office data. Okay, In the office data, it is the defined as the system software parameter along with the hardware equipment. Suppose if you take an example, if you buy any one product, any one component to the particular central exchange means they will the particular cost means components having some specification. The specification details should be called as a office data. Okay, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವೇನಾದ್ರು ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ವೇರ್ ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಇಲ್ಲ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಫೀಸ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದಟ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಸೆಂಡ್ ಸಮ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರ. ಅದೇನ್ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಇದೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಹಾರ್ಡ್ವೇರ್ ಎಕ್ವಿಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ a office data. Okay, office data is defined as the software parameter along with the hardware equipments. Okay, ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಹಾರ್ಡ್ವೇರ್ ಎಕ್ವಿಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಈಚ್ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ವೇರ್ ಎಕ್ವಿಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಈ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ ಅದ್ರದ್ದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, that is called as office data. In the office ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನೇನ್ ತರ ಎಕ್ವಿಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, either it can use as a software or can use it as a hardware. Okay, these detail is considered as a office data. Okay, office data of a DSS describe the extent of central office to the generic program or some general hardware parameter also. Okay, if you suppose in a central office, okay, in a central office how many number of NCPs are there, NCP pairs. Okay, there's a count, there's the data. What is the specification of that NCP? Okay, again in a central office how many number of lines controls are there, line controllers in the central office, and then how many number of line configuration configured with other COs, and then how many total number of the line equipments in the COs, total number of the trunks and what type of trunks, and suppose that trunks will be configured in the central office or not. Okay, and then total number of the types of service trunks in the COs. Okay, like services such as a ringing unit and dial plazas. Okay, transmit, how many transistors are there, how many receivers are there. Okay, these things. Okay, in a central office ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ಸ್. Okay, it may be a software or it may be a hardware. Okay, okay, that details should be represented in terms of the office data. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Clear about this one?
Yes, sir.
ಅಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, ಈಗ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಇರುವಂತ ಎಕ್ವಿಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್ ಅದು ಹಾರ್ಡ್ವೇರ್ ಎಕ್ವಿಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅದ್ರ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಡೇಟಾ. ಓಕೆ, ಆಫೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. NCP ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಲೈನ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲರ್, ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈನ್ ಎಕ್ವಿಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಕ್ವಿಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಲೈನ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್, ಎಷ್ಟು ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಆ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಫೀಸ್ಗೆ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ರಂಕ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಯಾವ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ರಂಕ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಯಾವ ತರ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಯಾವ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಮಿಟರ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಇದೆ, ರಿಸೀವರ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಇದೆ, ಡಯಲ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ರಿಸೀವರ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಡೇಟಾಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸಿ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಡೇಟಾ ಇನ್ ದ CO ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಫೀಸ್. ಯಾವ ತರ ಡೇಟಾಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನಾವು we can call as a office data. Okay, these are some of the hardware. Okay, what I'm telling, that is the hardware. Okay, NCP, line control, line configuration to the central office, line equipments, number of trunks lines, total number of trunks lines. Okay, types of trunk lines. Okay, and receiver, transmitter, dial plus receiver, ringing units. Okay, these are some of the hardware equipments. Okay, these are the hardware equipments are installed in the central office. Suppose if you go for the software parameters like the size of automatic message counting. Okay, registers. Okay, the size of AMA, automatic message counting. It means they can use for the give the recording the means generating the pulse for ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಪಲ್ಸ್ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಪಲ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ದ ಚಾರ್ಜ್. Okay, there is a metering also. It is called as a metering softwares. Okay, the size of automatic message counting registers. Okay, how many number of automatic message countings are there. Okay, number of types of traffic register and the size of the buffer for various telephone functions and name of the features are supported. Okay, these are the software parameters. Okay, these are the software parameters, means they will give the details about the particular software. Okay, we can use for suppose in any one time the one equipment goes to failure, immediately based on this data we can repair. Then we can repair or we can recovering the system within a fixed time. Okay, that is also will be there in the next model model 5. We are discussing about the maintenance about the hardware and software system. Next is the translation data. Okay, the translation data is a data given by the subscribers and is specific to each subscriber. Translation data that ನೀವು ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಂದ್ರೆ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. Okay, that's called as a translation data. That also will be there in the means that also we need some software to maintaining this translation data. Okay, that's why the translation data is given by the subscriber and is specific to each other. And then that initially the telephone company is providing the translation data. Okay, companies, okay, telephone companies are providing the translation data, and the database and the entry of the translation data is a part of the DSS. And then there is a see some of the translation data may consist of the following. One is the see translation data ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬರ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಇದೆ, ಯಾವ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ನಂಬರ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ ಲೈನ್ ನಂಬರ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಟು ಎ ಲೈನ್ ಎಕ್ವಿಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನಂಬರ್. ಓಕೆ, and then enabling the future subscriber by the particular customer. Okay, such as call waiting, conference call forwarded. Okay, enabling ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬರು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಫೀಚರ್ ನ ಆಕ್ಟಿವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಲ್ವಾ. Okay, there's a data translation data. And then call restriction such as no outgoing calls, certain blocked calls, incoming and intercom and call announce, area code translator, identify the calls, routes calls, STD calls and international calls. Okay, these are the details. Okay, these are customer details. Okay, subscriber data. Okay, data there some data will be given by the companies. Okay, companies, and some data will be given by the subscriber also. Okay, in the what happened the telephone exchange office, what happened for each customer I will having assigning some number, directory number. Okay, suppose if you go for Airtel, take Airtel network means they will assigning some directory number for the particular SIM, correct no? And then similarly if you go for again Airtel networking, they also be providing the some of the future. Okay, the future coding means the data should be there. Okay, this customer is activated this kind of future. It may be a call for waiting, it may be a call forward, or it may be a conference call. Okay, otherwise some customer can restrict the call. Okay, the blocking the incoming call or blocking the outgoing call, like that. And then some intercom connections. Okay, this customer is connecting some number of telephone, there's a intercom or some of the call announcement functioning. And also area code translators identifying the call routes. Okay, if you make some call to some other person, so they're identifying the call routes also, to whom to call that particular person, what is his history, everything will be everything should be noted with a particular software. So okay, these are the data, individual data. ನೀವು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೋದಲ್ವಾ ಟೆಲಿಫೋನ್ ಟ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ನಂದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ that is a data. That data will be stored in in the DSS. Okay, how it is stored means through using some of the softwares. Okay, and also STD calls and also international calls. Okay, these are some of the data. Okay, STD calls and STD call the regions ಏನಿದೆ to data the international call details ಏನಿದೆ, everything will be stored in the central office. Okay, through the translation software data softwares. Okay, then CO should be maintain the database about the routing specific calls. If a new central office is installed, inform about the traffic is provided by the telephone company. See, based on this data, suppose we can also enable that it is a congestion will be happened, traffic will be happened in the central office. If you go for extension or if you go for installing a new, based on this information you can give the proper connection for all the customer. Okay, will give the proper traffic is provided by the telephone companies. Okay, this is one data ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಆ ಡೇಟಾ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಡೇಟಾ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪಾನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನ್ಯೂ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಫೀಸ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಸಿಒಸ್ ನ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಡೇಟಾ. Okay, any doubt regarding this about the translation data?
No, sir.
Okay. The next important software classification, there is the future softwares. Okay, after future software, the most feature implemented in the modern DSS support through the future packages. Some of the future packages are put into the future groups and is supported by telephone companies. Okay, these feature may be including the base package of generic releases, and most of the features are considered to be application of digital switching. Some of the example, what are the example means operating services, ISDN rates, STP extensions, SCP database, ISDN basic rates. Okay, there's a future. Okay, if you want to access some packages, means that particular package we are given some extra feature, a special feature. Okay, it may be a ISDN means roaming. There's one kind of feature, roaming features. Otherwise, international call ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು feature ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು. Okay, then the SMS ಗೆ ಒಂದು feature ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು. Okay, and then ಪ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ rate ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇರೋಂಥ features. Okay, these are the some of the features software are used to get these kind of services to the particular customer. Okay. Okay, this feature can be based on the customer demand. Okay, andre customer ಏನಾರ okay andre they will activate it through this software only. And also some of the software dependency, the software dependency in many telephone features, DSS require the specific office data and translation data for the operations. They depend on the generation of future specific office data or translation data. These independence are designed for specification of the central office. And then similarly, the maintenance program also requires some office data and translation data for testing future functionality of DSS. Andre software dependency means ella namge if you go for the to maintaining the COs means initially we should require the what is the exact office data. So the office data, waste components ಇದೆ ಏನೇನು ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲೋ ಆ ಡೇಟದ ಮೇಲೆ will go for the maintenance. ಆಗ similar translation data ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಇದಾರೆ ಇಲ್ವೋ ಅವ್ರು ಏನೇನ್ ತರ ಆಕ್ಟಿವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, we go for the maintenance. Okay, maintenance data for testing the future functionalities. That's why some of the thing will be the software will be dependent. So depends with each other. Yeah, that's the one thing. Otherwise, one more thing will be there. Most of the telephones are DSS. If you require some specific office data and translation data for their operations, okay, because of it will be depend upon the generation of future specific officer data or translation data. Okay, this is a dependency or design specification. If you go for design new thing, new central office in the particular area, means initially you should take the what is the data, how many customers are there, how many connections we have given, okay, what is the capacity of the data in previous what is the capacity of the particular central office. Okay, that will be get from this office data. Again, similarly, how many numbers of customers are connected in the particular central office, means through that how we get this data through the translation data. Okay, that's why for future specification, so we are extending the central office, or if you go for installing a new central office in the particular area, based on this data, we can select the size of that particular DSS. Okay, clear about this one? Any doubt regarding this? It is audible, no? Yes, sir. No.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It is clear. Okay. Okay. These are the classification of this software. See, based on that. Okay, based on that. The objectives of the above figure is to provide the analyst with a clear picture of the digital switching software, and it will be help to the analyst to better understand the software environment of the digital switch without getting the distracted by function that may not directly impact the reliability assessment of the class 5 digital switch. Okay, the importance of the software tools such as the compiler, assembler, or computer-aided software engineering tools and methodologies that are needed to be developed, produced, and and also to maintain the digital switching software should not be ignored. They can impact the quality of the software. Okay, that's the main objective of this software classification. And then the next is the modules. Okay, these are CAL modules. Okay, dear students, see any doubt regarding studio session, you can ask me any question now. Any questions? Any question related to the software classification? Any doubt?
No, sir.
It is clear now.
Yes, sir.
Then we move on to the next topic. Another just I'll give the introduction about the CAL modules. See the CAL modules. Actually, it is describe the basic connection between the hardware and software. Okay, that are necessary for connecting or disconnecting a CAL. Okay, how the connections will happen during the connecting time? What are the softwares and hardwares are used to make the connection? For disconnecting also, okay, what are the software and hardware are used to disconnecting the CAL? Okay, that's the CAL modules. Okay, we have two types of the CAL modules. One is the connecting and another is the disconnecting. Okay, through connecting sequences, what are the softwares are involved and what are the hardwares are involved. Similarly, for disconnecting sequences, what are the hardware and softwares are involved. Okay, that's why we go next class. We are discussing about the connecting sequence and then disconnecting sequences. Okay. Okay, dear students, remaining 10 minutes are there. If you have any doubt means you can ask me any question. No means. Okay. The concept of this CAL module. Okay, suppose if you take an CAL modules, the concept of the CAL modules is an important one in the digital design of telephone system. Okay, this is one only very important. Okay, the making the connection, connecting the calls or disconnecting the calls. So that's one of the important one in the design in the telephone systems. Okay, and also describes the hardware and software actions that are necessary for connecting and disconnecting a call. Once a basic model for a particular type of call is established, a future can be designed to go conform to a particular call modules. A complex telephone system may involve or invoke different call modules for various type of calls. There is some elements of the basic call modules as shown in the figure. One is the, and then we have two modules will be there. There's two basic states, okay, or two basic sequences are there. One is the connecting sequences and another one is the disconnecting sequences. Okay, these things we are discussing in the next class. Okay, just your note on this figure. Okay, take down the heading. Everyone should take down the heading of the digital software classification. Please note of this. Everyone should note on the points. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಂಗೊಂದು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡಿ then you'll go for the block diagram of switching DSS software classification. Okay, first initially you should take we have 5 basic classification is there. The first one is the software, switching softwares, maintenance softwares, office data, translation data, and future software.
Completed, sir.
Just note on this block diagram.
Completed, sir.
Okay, dear students, over now. Okay, today we'll stop here. In the next class, we have there is one more topic is there. This is a call module topic. Okay, next class we finish that one. Then we completed the fourth model. Okay, then after that we are moving to the next final fifth model. Move to the fifth model. Okay, okay. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, we are not
Yes.
able to log in through Teams, sir.
Yeah. Today will rectify that issues. I will send the details to management. Okay, they will rectify it. Okay.
Okay.
Once it is rectified, I will inform you. Okay.
Okay, sir.